I'm sick right now, but I have tea. I've been watching like random YouTube videos. On this account, I tend to only click on things that have little views. When doing that, I tend to come across a lot of young people who are posting like video diaries and stuff, and a lot of artists, and a lot of like random music. And whenever I watch some of these like young people's diaries, I can't help but see my younger self, friends I had at that age, and just being young and confused. And it's honestly kind of sweet and wholesome to see so many sad teenagers on their phones posting to YouTube. But of course, it mostly just makes me sad, and I try to think of like, what can I say? But there's not much to say other than just like making it clear that you listened to the video, or just like watching and maybe I don't have anything to say. My biggest thing is I just get really, even with anyone any age, when they're lost, I just get sad that we are in this world the way that it is, because a lot of the time people are confused and they don't know what to be doing with their lives. And it's like, we're not really supposed to be doing anything, man. Like, but a lot of us live in these societies where each and every one of us has to have a job. And a lot of the time I think that a lot of people are confused because we're just supposed to be living, and we're forced to do all these other things, or maybe we want to be doing other things as well, or like we want to be a part of the community, we want to be a part of society, but it's that we're like being pushed past our limits and stuff, so then it makes it feel confusing. And you know, a lot of the people who do really well in this society are people who are genuinely just kind of born to be little worker bees, and that's like awesome, or they're really, really masked the fuck up, you know, they've got really thick masks on and they don't even know it. When we live in certain societies, it's just, I don't know, I don't want to say capitalism because I just feel like it's like overused, but I don't know, my advice would just be to take things, just make your life as simple as possible. Decide what you want to do, decide the things you like and enjoy them. And if you do have to work jobs that you don't want to work or whatever, you know, at least try to find people around you who feel similarly about the world, and hold them close, you know, and, you know, learn about the things that people who have come before you and people who are out there now older than you, or people don't even have to be older than you, just, I don't know, and just learn about the things that people have done to try to change the system, and learn about the system itself, and talk and commiserate with people in similar positions as you, and just like enjoy the simple things, you know, be grateful. But that's only so much, you can only do so much gratitude, especially as like a teenager or anything, which is mostly the type of person I would like to talk to right now. But this advice could go to anyone, really. You don't have to be grateful all the time or anything, but you know, everyone has things they enjoy, and you can't do the things you enjoy all the time, but that's kind of what makes them special, you know, so enjoy them when you can, even if it's just sitting outside on a nice day, or talking to a friend, or doodling on a piece of paper, whatever you enjoy. There's all sorts of things, or listening to a band you like, whatever. whatever, and you know, watch your screen time, because you can get real confused about other people. You never know what's going through other people's heads, even if they're talking about it, honestly. You can't depend on anyone but yourself, so, and just hold on, and create your own path. Decide where you want to go, and reconsider it every couple of years, and just keep going, because you're lucky to be a human, even if life is fucking horrible sometimes. And also, you can be privileged and have shitty situations as well. Humans can only handle what they can handle. Definitely look towards people who are less privileged than you, though. It's good to get perspective, and look towards people who are more privileged too, because a lot of the time they're just as miserable as you are, and and you can realize that maybe you're better off in some ways, not having the type of material comforts that they might have or something. It's like, I don't know, but mostly you really shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyone. You really should just focus on the things you enjoy, and realize that, especially when you're a teenager, there's just like a lot of pressures from the world, and everything feels so big and overwhelming, and like everyone's trying to get you to do this or that, and only you can decide what to do with your life. And at some point you're going to realize that, and some people don't realize until they're old as fuck. So the sooner you realize it, the better. Only you can decide what the fuck you want to do out here, and just be safe, be careful. I got into a lot of dangerous situations as a young lost person, just wandering around and shit. I'm glad I'm where I'm at now, even though life is still fucking lame, and this world still fucking sucks, but I focus on the things I do enjoy, and I'm not out here looking for some kind of solution or anything anymore. But not everyone reaches that point. Some people are always searching till the day they die. I don't know. There's not much you can say to anyone but maybe something I said made something for someone. Even just hearing other humans talk and be humans can be comforting, even if they have nothing to say. So there's some birds, crows, yeah. And I definitely suggest, like, if you are going to be online, look to smaller spaces and, like, look towards other people, see what they're going through. Sometimes just hearing other people's perspectives can just bring a level of, like, simplicity and comfort to life that's just, like, makes you realize that things aren't as big of a deal as they can feel sometimes. And feel whatever emotions you feel. Like, if you feel overwhelmed, you probably ought to cry or scream or write or talk. And you're still going to be overwhelmed while you're talking. But just keep going. And any teenager's always going to feel embarrassed or like they're a burden or whatever also. A lot of humans just feel that in general. And like, you just got to realize that the only people who are going to make you feel like that are like heartless people, or people who are confused themselves, and like you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to apologize for feeling, especially as a teenager, you feel like all the fucking time. It's like one long fucking emotional roller coaster. It's fucking ridiculous. People don't have enough patience for teenagers. So you gotta have patience for yourself. And no, you don't have to have everything figured out or anything. But people are gonna tell you that and then tell you to figure shit out in the same fucking breath, so that's why you just gotta focus on what the fuck you want. fucking hated being a teenager, so I wanted to make a video for teenagers. I'm almost 30, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm turning 30 this year. Bye, it's windy as fuck. Another thing I could say is, like, lean towards people who are vulnerable in this world. Like, don't focus on people who are just, like, posting the best parts of their lives, or, like, I don't know, like, if you're having a rough time, like, don't go looking at only positive shit. Of course, like, look at pretty things, like things that you enjoy, like things that do make you feel good. But if you're looking at something and you think it's supposed to make you feel good but it's not making you feel good, don't look at it. Like, lean towards, like, looking at people who are, like, expressing themselves in all sorts of ways, and, like, lean into your vulnerability. Like, you don't even have to start with yourself. Like, you don't have to be vulnerable with the whole freaking world, but if you want to be, do it. But, like, sometimes just seeing other people expressing themselves, like, the full range of emotion and thought, can, like, help a lot. You know, looking towards other people your age or people older than you that are, like, in way different realities than you, it's, like, not gonna help. Like, you should look towards people who are similar. Like, not people who are, like, commiserating and, like, sitting in their misery and just, like, complaining all the time and shit, but sometimes you need to complain. Like, there's a healthy level of complaining and expression and, like, vulnerability that people can express online or in real life that, like, you should, like, look towards, you know. Like when you're feeling lost, I think a lot of the time it's like you're not feeling your emotions, like you're not allowing yourself to, or maybe, like, especially when you're young, maybe, like, other people aren't allowing you to, like, express yourself, like, fully. And, like I feel like sometimes people are just lying to themselves, or they're thinking that they need to be happy when they're not happy, or that when they're sad they have to be in complete hysterics in order to express themselves or something, when really just, like, talking, it helps because it's helping you regulate. It doesn't mean that you're gonna feel better automatically, or you're gonna feel better in the moment. Like, most of the time when you're, like, expressing yourself and you're, like, working through things, it feels horrible while it's happening. You don't feel better until later, like maybe right after you do it, or weeks later, or years later. And you just have to keep expressing yourself and keep opening up, or keep, like, and let other people open up to you too, you know. It's like, it's a muscle. It's not like something you are immediately comfortable around if you're not comfortable around it either. It's like, you have to practice vulnerability. You have to practice accepting and giving vulnerability in this world, and, like, the world lacks that a lot. And the more of us of all ages who are able to do that, like, the more better off we're all gonna be. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I was just watching a bunch of sad teenagers, like, making video diaries and stuff. I'm, like, talking to, like, a very specific group of people, and I don't know if they're gonna find this video, but I just, like, I don't know. Life is simple, and the world's gonna try to make you feel like it's not. I don't know. There's nothing I can say, and I don't know if any of this even made sense. The main reason I'm talking is because I find it comforting to hear other people talk. So if someone is comforted hearing me talk, that's why I'm making this. I'm not trying to make any conclusions. I'm not trying to fix anyone's life. I'm just trying to be here in the world with everyone else. Maybe I'm talking to someone 100 years from now if YouTube's still around or something, you know? I'm just trying to be human. And that's what I think this world needs. That's what I've always been drawn towards. And that's what I want to be for other people. It's just another human. I'm tired of all the theatrics and the masking and the inaccessibility of this world. The overworking and the high expectations and the facades. Just, I don't know. Life is not supposed to be complicated. And I'm tired of it being that way. But I also know how lucky I am to be a human because it's so rare and it's so it's magnificent is the word I was gonna say. It's insane. Like, it's just like crazy. It's just like the coolest thing that can happen, honestly, that we know of in the universe. So I just don't want to like take it for granted just because the like current reality I was born into was so fucking ridiculously like impossible to fucking manage. I'm still gonna allow myself to enjoy the best parts of being human, which is like all the simple things. Like, just when life tries to speed you the fuck up, try to slow it the fuck down. Otherwise, you're not living. Again, I don't know if I said anything in this video, but I just wanted to be a human on the internet, so here I am. I've been sick and on my period, and I have allergies. But I'm editing my vlog, bitch. I'm a vlogger.